and just levitate.
Hi guys, welcome ulit dito sa ating YouTube channel. Ito na yung lesson 23 sa ating trigonometry. So this is all about trigonometric equations. Okay, so number 1, so ano muna tayo? Konting definition of terms lang muna. So again, a conditional equation is an equation in which some replacement for the variable make the statement true while others make it false. So ano yung conditional equation? So conditional equation, so for example, meron akong x plus 3 is equal to 2. So anong value na x yung magto-true siya? So whenever x is equal to negative 2, true siya. Negative 1 rather. So whenever x is equal to negative 1, true siya. Pero whenever x is equal to other value like kunyari 4, hindi siya true. Okay, so ayun ibig sabihin ng conditional equation. So may some value siya na magto-true siya. Tapos kunyari hula ka ng value or naglagay ka ng ibang value, so magiging false siya. Conditional equation siya ang tawag doon. Okay, so next is the conditional equation with trigonometric functions can be usually solved by using algebraic methods and trigonometric identities to simplify the equation. So ito na nga, pinagsama ko na yung way natin para mag-solve ng algebra dati, ng equation sa algebra, sa linear, sa quadratic. So diba may factoring tayo, may quadratic equation pa nga tayo, kung naalala nyo, quadratic formula. So, kung paano natin solve dati sa algebra, yung mga value ng x, ganun din dito. Okay, then, ang pinagkaiba nga dito, may trigo. So, kunyari, pwede kang gumamit ng trigonometric identities para ma-reduce o para mas ma-simplify mo siya. So, ayun yung mga mas magandang technique, mapapabilis natin yung solution. So, wala na akong konti pang sasabihin kasi proceed tayo sa example para makarami pa tayo. Okay, so examples. So number 1, so solve 3 sin x is equal to square root of 3 plus sin x. So we need to find the value of x na kung saan magto-true yung ating conditional equation na to. Okay, so una, syempre nga, sabi nga, i-treat natin siya as algebra. So meaning, kung meron ka nakitang sin x, i-treat mo siya as parang variable lang or variable x or something. So meaning, pagsasamahin natin lahat ng may trigonometric sa left side, lahat ng may trigo nasa left side, lahat ng wala nasa right side kung kinakailangan, hindi lagi. Okay, kasi kung kunyari naka-square, so possibly nasa ano yan, kumbaga possibly naka quadratic equation yung form yan. So hindi laging ganun yung gagawin natin. So for example dito number 1, so we have 3 sin x equal to square root of 3 plus sin x. Note na sin x is solve natin. Okay, so transpose ko lang yung sin x. So this is 3 sin x. Transpose to, this is negative sin x is equal to square root of 3. Note that this is only 2 sin x is equal to square root of 3. So, tinreat ko nga siya as variable. Next, divide both side by 2. So, this is sin x is equal to square root of 3 over 2. So, from previous video, tinuruan ko kayo paano hanapin yung value. So, x is equal to arc sine of square root of 3 over 2. So, calculator na lang. So, we have arc sine ng square root of 3 over 2. Okay, and that is equal to 60 degrees. So, therefore, x is equal to 60 degrees or pi over 3 radian. So, since wala naman sinabi kong radian or degrees tayo, pwedeng dalawa sagot mo. Or pwedeng isa sa kanilang dalawa. Okay, so ganyan kasimple yung gagawin natin dito. Kasi hinahanap natin yung value ng x. Okay, next is solve tangent squared x plus tangent x minus 2 for 0 is less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2 pi. So, hindi siya equation, no? So, nakalimutan lagay ni sir. Pakilagay ito, equal siya sa 0. Or write to na lang. So sabi, solve daw natin yung square of tangent x plus tangent x minus 2 is equal to 0. For 0 is less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2 pi. So meaning naka-radian yung sagot pag ganyan. So meaning sa buong revolution. Okay, sa isang period, sa isang buong ikot, ano yung value ng x kung saan isa-satisfy yung equation. So ngayon, ito yung napansin nyo. Sir, isa po sa napansin ko is naka-trigonometric siya. Naka-quadratic siya, rather. So, sir, naka-quadratic po siya, pero po sir, nakakalito pa po kasi quadratic yun eh. Okay, so, for convenience, since square siya, kunyari nalilito ka, pwedeng ganito gawin mo. So, kunyari, naglet ako, kunyari lang, nilet ko na y is equal to tangent x. So, therefore, yung resulting equation na tangent squared, magiging y squared plus y minus 2 is equal to 0. Tama? Then by factoring, so this is simply y plus 2, I think, then y minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, then balik natin si y. Bring back si y, that is tangent x plus 2 multiplied by tangent x minus, tangent x minus 1 is equal to 0. Then by zero product property, dalawa yan. Una, tangent x plus 2 is equal to 0. Pangalawa, tangent x minus 1 is equal to 0. So therefore, this is tangent x is equal to negative 2. Then we have tangent x is equal to 1. So which means we need to solve x is equal to arctangent ng negative 2. Tapos isa is arctangent ng 1. So check natin sino yung nag-exist sa dalawa. So una is arctangent ng negative 2. Okay, check natin kami value. That's negative 63.43. Okay, pero ang sabi, since 0, that's 0x to 2 pi. So kung napansin, ang sagot daw sa kanya is negative 63.43 yung value niya. Somewhere nando doon, pero from 0 to pi tayo, ano magiging value natin dito? So I think baliktarin ko, no, naka-region tayo, no, later on to, wait lang to, naka-region pala tayo. Unahin ko muna yung isa, mas madali kasi isa. Una, pangalawa is arctangent 1. Isa muna ha, arctangent 1, para ma-explain ko, that's 45 degrees. Okay, so x dito is 45 degrees, pero sabi since 0 to 2 pi tayo, gagawin natin siyang radian. So ano yung magiging radian niya? This is x is equal to pi over 4. Ito yung x equal to pi over 4. So tama tayo dyan. Ngayon ito yung problema natin. Ang naging problema dito is yung arctangent ng negative 2 is negative 63. And sabi nga, positive. So, since positive, ang gagawin ko na lang, i-add ko yan ng 360 degrees. Okay? Para makuha ko yung coterminal niya. Okay? So, yung positive coterminal niya is 296.56. So, x is equal to 296.56 degrees. Tapos i-multiply na natin yan by pi. So I guess hindi natin masisimplify yan ng mas mabuti pa. So this is x is equal to 296.56 pi over 180. So ayan na lang, okay na ako dyan. Kasi hindi naman natin malo-lowest term pa. Tapos medyo pangit tingnan kasi may decimal. Yan nga lang, pero kailangan natin i-solve. So again, ang negative 63, since positive yung hinahanap, plus 360 mo. So, kasi nangyari doon, lumabas ng sagot is negative 63. So, assuming nandito yan. Okay, so that is negative 63 degrees. So, ang ginawa natin, hinanap natin to, yung positive. Kaya nag-add ako ng 360. Okay, yun yung 296.56. Okay, so hoping na nagets mo yung idea na binibigay ko. Kasi nga, positive yung hinahanap natin na angle. In between 0 to 2 pi. Pero kung negative 2 pi to 2 pi yan, so, yun. Ang dami nun. Pwedeng negative, pwedeng positive. Okay, so next example. Solve sin x plus cosine x is equal to 0 for 0 degrees less than or equal to x less than 360. So, hindi kasama si 360. Okay, so ano ba pinakamadaling way na gagawin natin dito? I think ito, apply natin ng trigo. So, we have sin x plus cosine x is equal to 0. So this is sin x is equal to negative cosine x. Tama? Then divide both sides by cosine x. That is sin x over cosine x is equal to negative 1. So, nagkaroon na ng value. Then, using trigo, this is tangent x is equal to negative 1. Then, solve for x. That x is equal to arctangent of negative 1. Okay, so what is arctangent of negative 1? Arctangent ng negative 1 is negative 45 degrees. So, since 360, so lumabas kasi is x is equal to negative 45 degrees, then plus 360 natin, kasi nga positive yung hinahanap, which means that is 315. So, x is equal to 315 degrees. So, hindi natin kailangan i-read dyan kasi naka-degrees siya. Okay, so ganun yung gagawin natin dito. Okay, so for number 4, solve sin x tangent x is equal to sin x. Okay, ngayon, may mali akong gagawin sa inyo or may mali akong hindi nyo pwedeng hindi gawin. Okay, hindi ko totally gagawin. I mean, ito yung maling idea na pwede mong baka maisip. Okay, so if we have sin x, so rewrite ko lang, sin x plus tangent x is equal to sin x. Okay, ngayon, ikaw, kung may isip mo, sir, i-divide ko na lang po both side by sin. Tama, ayun ang gagawin mo eh. So, sir, i-divide ko na lang both side by sin. Ang mangyari, that is tangent x is equal to 1. Which means, x is equal to 45 degrees lang. Mali. Hindi mo pwedeng gawin yung ganong idea. Tandaan yan. Okay, so, ang gagawin natin is, itatranspose natin siya into equation, tapos magko-factoring tayo. So, again, wag niyong gagawin yun. Bakit i-disregard mo meaning si sin? Si tangent na lang yung kino-consider mo dito. Okay, so dito ang gagawin ko, transpose ko yung sin sa left side or sa left side. That is sin x tangent x minus sin x is equal to 0. Then factor ko yung sin x. That is sin x multiplied by tangent x minus 1 is equal to 0. Then by zero product property, dalawa lalabas sa sagot. Una, sin x is equal to 0. Pangalawa, tangent x minus 1 is equal to 0. Which means that this is x is equal to arc sine of 0. Okay, then yung pangalawa, x is equal to arc tangent ng positive 1. So, meaning ito na yung kinukonsider mo kanina. Okay, kung ganun agad yung ginawa mo. Okay, so at least ito kasama yung arc sine 0. So, check natin what is arc sine 0. Arc sine 0 is 0. Okay, so meaning, since pasok si 0 degrees eh. Ayun din eh. So, si arc sine 0 is equal to 0 degrees. Yung pangalawa, arc tan of 1, that is 45 degrees. So, x is equal to 45 degrees. So, imagine mo, kung sinagot mo lang is 45 degrees, mali ka pala dahil kasama pa dito yung sagot na 0. Okay, so, kunyari, sin 0, tangent 0 equals sa sin 0. So, check natin yun. What is sin 0 times tangent 0? Sin 0, tangent 0 is 0. Ngayon, what is sin 0? Sin 0 is also 0. So, equal sila. Okay, so, therefore, ito yung mga sagot natin. Box ko lang. Then, box ko lang din to. Okay, so, hoping na, hindi mo, wag mong baliwalayin yung sinabi ko dun. Okay, next. Number 5. Solve tangent x plus square root of 3 is equal to secant x. For 0 less than or equal to x less than 2 pi. So, meaning pasok yung ating in radian dapat yung sagot natin. So, ano ba yung magandang gawin natin dito? Okay, so, I think pwede natin gawin is square natin siya para makapag-cancel tayo dito. Possible siguro yun. Pero, rewrite ko muna para makita nyo rin. So, we have tangent x plus square root of 3 is equal to secant x. Okay, so aware kayo sa algebra, pag may nakita kayong square root, so ginagawa natin is i-erase natin sa 2 or i-erase natin sa 2 para mawala yung square root na part na yan. Okay, so gagawin na sir yun. Pag in-square ko to, yung left side, i-square ko rin to. So meaning, i-square natin both side. So, square ko to tapos square ko to. So this is binomial, so that is equivalent sa tangent squared x, kasi dalawa yon, plus 2 square root of 3 tangent x. Tama, kasi ito yung 2 times a plus b, 2 times a times b, then plus square root of 3 raised to 2, or square root of 3 times square root of 3, that is 3, which is equal sa secant squared x. Okay, so check pa tayo ng possible value. Ang gagawin ni sir is yung secant, kung naaalala nyo, so from trigo, note from trigo, si secant squared x is equal to tangent squared x plus 1. Okay, so pwede ko substitute yun doon. So this is simply tangent squared x plus 2 square root of 3 tangent x plus 3 is equal to tangent squared x plus 1. And obviously, pag nagkaroon tayo ng transposition or transpose, cancel to. Okay, so madi-disregard natin yung part na yan. So meaning, ang tira na lang itong mga may number. So 1 minus 3 is negative 2. So this is only 2 square root of 3 tangent x is equal to 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Divide both sides by 2 square root of 3. That is tangent x is equal to negative 2 over 2 square root of 3. Okay, then that is equal sa tangent x is equal to negative 1 over square root of 3. Okay, then rationalize natin konti. That is tangent x is equal to negative square root of 3 over 3, or simply x is equal to arctangent of negative square root of 3 over 3. So check natin yung value niyan. So arctangent ng negative square root of 3 over 3 is simply negative 30 degrees. Ngayon, ang sabi, that is from 0 to pi over to 2 pi. So ang lumabas kasi is negative 30 degrees. Eh, since 0 to 2 pi, positive yung hinahanap, tapos radian pa, mag-a-add tayo ng 360 ulit. Okay, then therefore what is x? X is simply 330 degrees. Then multiply natin by pi over 180 degrees. Okay, so simplify natin yan. Okay, that is 11 over 6. So meaning, x is equal to 11 pi over 6. Okay, so yan yung value ng x na isa-satisfy. Yan. Okay, so ganun kasimple. So napansin nyo, nag-apply ako ng trigonometric identities. Actually, Pythagorean identities yung in-apply ko. So, yan yung mga technique usually. So, pag may square root, try mong ganun gawin natin. Okay, lastly, so for number 6, we have cotangent squared x plus 3 cotangent x is equal to 1 for 0 degrees less than or equal to x less than or equal to 360. So, pasok si 360. Okay, so paano ba gagawin natin dito? I think pwede natin siyang isolve into quadratic kasi solvable naman siya into quadratic equation. I think quadratic, no? So, i-resolve muna siya into equation. So, quadratic formula, I think, sorry. So, that is cotangent squared x plus 3 cotangent x minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, lilet ko muna. So, let y is equal to cotangent x. So, this is y squared plus 3y minus 1 is equal to 0. So, ang obvious naman, hindi siya solvable using quad factoring. Tama. So, probably quadratic formula tayo. So, by quadratic formula, ano magagawin? A natin dito is 1. A is 1. B is 3. C is negative 1. Okay, so using quadratic formula, so that is y. So, hindi x. That is negative b, no? Negative b, positive negative is square root ng b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So, yung y is cotangent x, tama. That is cotangent x is equal to negative b, that's negative 3. Positive negative is square root ng 3 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 1. Okay, all over 2 times 1. Okay, and that is cotangent x is equal to negative 3, positive, negative. That is 9 plus 4 square root of 13. So this is square root of 13 over 2. So dalawa yung sasagutan natin dyan. Unang x natin na value is x is equal to arc cotangent. Tama. So arc cotangent. Pero ito pala yung problema. Sa calcu, walang arc cotangent. Tama. Sa calcu, walang arc cotangent. So anong gagawin natin? So kunin natin yung tangent. Natin gawin. So gawin ko tong tangent kasi x naman yung hinahanap natin. So pag ginawa ko tong tangent, opposite lang siya. So it is simply 2 over negative 3, positive negative square root of 13. So dalawa sa solve natin na value. Una is for x, arc tangent ng 2 over negative 3 plus square root of 13. Pangalawa, x is equal to arc tangent ng 2 over negative 3 minus square root of 13. So dalawa yung possible sagot natin. So una, arc tangent ng 2 over negative 3 plus square root of 13. Okay, so that is 73.15. So x dito 73.15 degrees. Pangalawang value, that is minus. So arc tangent ng 2 over negative 3 minus square root of 13 that is negative 16.84. So plus another ulit. So x is equal to negative 16.84 degrees. So plus 360 kasi positive yung hinahanap. So plus 360. So therefore x is equal to 343. So 343.15 degrees. Okay, in which pasok naman dun sa domain or dun sa range na possible value. So nasa loob siya ng 0 to 360 degrees. So therefore ayun yung mga values natin. So again, hoping na naintindihan mo yung ating lesson for today. Okay, so hoping din na panoorin mo yung next lesson kasi trigonometric equation pa rin but with multiple angles na. So ano ibig sabihin ng multiple angles? Maraming sagot na angle sagot. So maraming possible na sagot sa loob niya. Okay, so again, thank you for watching. So hoping na may natutunan ka.